Okay, so climbing in the cab now. Oh, well, I have to say it's not very clean. It's a proper farmer's cab, look, proper muck in here and everything, and it smells a bit whiffy. So I'll give you a little guided tour of the inside of the cab if you like. Where should we start? Let's start at the ceiling, shall we? Even I can't remember what all these buttons do. Okay, so we got the radio, not switched on at the moment. Radio cassette, which is a bit quirky, isn't it? Don't think anyone listens to cassettes anymore, but I mean, I just like the radio on. So we've got air conditioning and fan. In fact, if I turn that on, let's turn it. There we go. You hear that blowing out of there. And round it, I've got various controls there to get the air to come into me. So let's just turn that off. It's a bit noisy. And you can see there I can choose the temperature slots and different various controls for that. Don't ask me all the details. I'm not 100% sure they work. Okay, spotlights at the front, which is obviously good. What else have we got? We've also got, oh, that's the rear windscreen wiper. There we go. Let's go bumpers. And we've got our little fluorescent light there. That's going mad. Now that is for when I'm doing work on the road or something. People can see where I am, and that pops up. Actually, it's LED down at the moment. Various warning signs here. Watch out, don't jump out of the tractor when it's rolling over, you get squashed. I think that means. Read the manual. Always good. I'm not sure what that one is. Always good advice. Rear view mirror. You see the big mirrors on the side already broken. Look, nice split on that. Still works though. Okay, so we'll go around the. Should we go on the dashboard first of all? Let's have a look. So that's for on-off lights, hazard warning lights. Let me just wipe the dust off there, so we can see that that's warning people we're about. And I've got the ignition on. There's just put the key in and turn the ignition. We've got various lights on here. Battery light, make sure that one's going out when you're running, otherwise you're in trouble. Lubrication, brake lights, and there's all these other warning lights. Basically, if something lights up, that's when you read the manual. Of course, we've got fuel, and then there's temperature, and then we've got in here, this is for RPM. For PTO there, look, 540, and you can have a 1000 RPM on the PTO as well, but you don't really want to. Well, I haven't got a 1000 spline thing on there. We've only got 540. Not sure what 540E means. And that would presumably is just speed per hour. I don't think it's in kilometers. That's probably miles per hour. But you won't get up to 25 in this beast. Coming around then. We've got all these little controls in here. Let's start with these then. So this is spool valves, or this is a choice between operating the spool valves or the lifting up the arms, and we're choosing the arms at the moment. We don't use the spool valves very often. This is for the PTO. I was talking about earlier. We've got 540 PTO spline on there, so we're using 540 for our muck spreader. And there's some electrical components here for attaching things like your phone and stuff. Don't really use those much. That's for adjusting the speed. You can lift your link arms up, turn that left or right and get slower or quicker. These are the controls for link arms, so I can push these forwards or backwards to get them up or down. Next, on off for the PTO. So I put my finger on there, lift that up, push that down, switch it off. Then we've got two accelerators on this tractor. We've got a hand accelerator, air and tortoise there, which is quite good for fixing it in a place when you're doing some operations on the job, on the tractor. And then we've got, but also if you look down, as I push that, you can probably see that the foot accelerator going down. So we've got foot accelerators, which is quite good for just taking your foot off really quickly to stop, slow down. Whereas if that's fixed in place, you're fixed and you've got to react very quickly to that. Gearbox. There we go. We've got 4 forward gears, but we've actually got 8 because we can actually go. Oh no, we've got. How many have we got? we've got 12 gears on here, believe it or not. Because not only we've got the 4 here, but where you can see plus and minus, if I move that over, I can put that into a higher gear. Then if I bring it back here, I can put in a lower gear again. And if I jiggle it around a bit again, I can get even a lower one. And it shows up on here. There's the H. Now, I don't know whether it'll work. There you go, medium. Let's get into low again. So that's in low. So if I go first low, then I go medium low, then high low. That's 3 gears, but I've got 4 there. So you multiply that by 3 times 4 is 12. I don't think I've explained that very well, but I don't like this gearbox at all. It's a rubbish idea, because normally what you've got on most tractors is you've got another lever for high and low, and then you've got this separate gearbox, so you don't have to keep changing out of first, second or third to swap from high and low. With this one, because you haven't got a separate gear knob, Massey Ferguson, for all their genius, decided that you just use one. You've got to keep knocking it out of whatever gear you're in to go over and then put it back into the gear again, and it's just a right load of faff. So that was a really crap idea, in my opinion. Just pardon my French. So we're looking else. What else we got in here? We've got an escape hatch. Escape hatch here. I haven't really used that yet. You could use it as a sunroof, I guess. There we go. Let a bit of fresh air in. But if you've got the aircon on, don't tend to use that so much. I don't think it's really a escape hatch, because I don't know how you attach these bits. But it's nice to have options, isn't it? Child seat. That's always a good thing, actually. Although you've got to be a bit careful, children. That just pops up there for the extra person to sit on there, so my lad can come on here sometimes. It's funny side windows. Here we go, and armrests that pop up so you can get in and out. The only thing I don't like about this tractor, or another thing I don't like about this tractor, is nowhere to store any tools inside, and most tractors don't seem to have that these days. I guess it's a safety issue. If you're rolling around, you don't want tools flying in the air. But I've got a couple of balls from the link arms there. These are new, not been used. Right, so that's more or less it, really. Back window opens. Ta-da! Right, so let's get out, and I think that really concludes the tour of our Massey.